Okay, all right. Hello, guys. Good evening. Thank you all for joining this webinar by Team YEF. So, hope you all are doing well and staying safe in these testing times. Do wear a mask, maintain social distancing, practice good hand hygiene, and avoid prolonged interactions. Okay, so yeah. So, before delving into the topic, let me brief about our NGO for some minutes. So, as you all know, Youth Empowerment Foundation, or what we abbreviate as YEF, it's a non-profit organization that was founded in 2017, and we have taken the initiative of promoting social welfare along with promoting knowledge and skills to the youth with an intent to make them self-reliant and also to ensure that they realize their potential. Now, in in addition to that, there is a multitude of initiatives that have been taken by us, the details of which are available in our official website or in our social media handles. For further details, one can reach out to our volunteers or can visit the website yfindia.org for further clarifications. Okay. So I believe that the audience is already aware of the topic of discussion in this webinar. It's regarding a sensitive topic. Now, one might question why we have selected that. Well, in my opinion, engaging in structured conversations about sensitive issues gives the entire team an opportunity to express its views and hear the perspectives of others as well, which in turn can build better understanding and also lead to increased trust, regardless of the subject. So now let's try to understand the context behind the relevance of this topic pertaining to the modern day scenario. We know that a woman's menstrual health is of utmost importance, not just to her well being, but also to the well being of her family and the community as a whole. But the prevailing customs, traditional mindsets, and institutional biases they prevent them from getting the menstrual health care they actually need, as a result of which menstrual hygiene continues to be amongst the most challenging developmental issues of today. Menstruation is still considered a taboo in the Indian society. The main reasons for this taboo still being relevant here, they're mainly due to a few factors, which incorporates a high rate of illiteracy, especially in girls, poverty, and lack of awareness about this topic that we are discussing just now. Okay. So if we go by the latest statistics, we'll surely find out that only less than 18% of the Indian women use sanitary pads. To add to this jeopardy, the outbreak of the pandemic, which indeed is an unprecedented event in the history of humankind, has made situations even worse. So, further details regarding the statistics and the role of YEF in ameliorating this issue amidst this pandemic that has left a lot of scars mentally and emotionally. Those points will be discussed in details in the subsequent slides by Ashwarya. So, thank you guys once again for bearing with us. Ashwarya, may I request you to take the stage? Over to you.
Thanks, Devajit. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ashwarya, and I'll be explaining you some of the issues underprivileged women are facing. Let's jump into some facts to make you all understand the predicament underprivileged women are in. 23 million girls curious about a sanitary napkin. In rural area, women do not have access to sanitary products or they know very little about the types and method of using them or are unable to afford such products due to high cost. Sex and menstrual education are still considered taboo in most Indian schools and households, which lead to even banishment of girls. Periods are ridiculed and mocked to such an extent that girls are incarcerated in their own house, prohibited even to go to the kitchen, or more evidently, avoided entry to the temples. This results in women keeping their periods concealed and bear the excruciating pain with mute, uncomprehending patience. The menstrual hygiene of underprivileged women in India is so poor that they use filthy clothes, rags, and even charcoals to wipe the blood. Women manage menstruation differently when they are at home or outside. At home, they dispose of menstrual products in domestic wastes and in public toilets, and they flush them in toilets without knowing the consequence of choking. So there should be a need to educate and make them aware about the environmental pollution and health hazards associated with them. Here's a visual of what we as an organization have achieved and our further goals. Over to you, Ali.
Now that Aishwarya has explained the relevance of the crisis that has struck upon the underprivileged, let us look at how YF has been tackling this social evil and bringing about change through their ongoing project, Project Muskurahat. The Bloom organization has partnered with YF to bring to you Project Muskurahat, a grassroots program that aims at meeting our personal hygiene through on-the-ground volunteer work. The objective of the project is to provide aid in the eradication of period poverty. YF is determined to help the people in need, and anyone who is willing to contribute can also help our initiative of raising awareness on menstrual health and distributing free period products to the people affected. There are some images depicting YF volunteers' on-field achievements. There have been various on-field achievements where YF volunteers have proved to be the beacon of hope in the lives of those who suffer at the hands of the pandemic. Some of those instances are: on June 7th, YF distributed 100 packets of sanitary pads in Hyderabad. On June 15th, in a slum near Punjabi Bagh. And on 5th April, in Kashmiri Bay. Even last week, Chavi, a volunteer at YEF, actively participated in 5 drives with a team of 5 people and managed to distribute over 250 plus sanitary napkins to the women and girls in a slum area called Shakarpur in New Delhi. You can also help YEF through these 2 steps, by either donating on their website to a project that resonates with your heart or by opting to volunteer for a noble cause. That would be all from us. We thank you for your incredible patience, and we hope that our presentation would light a spark in your hearts to turn towards the greater good as YF promises to all of their volunteers. Thank you.